Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and today we have a few different things to talk about, but a bulk of the video and majority of the video is going to be about option trading and best call options to look for right now. Now, as you can see, we're headed down towards that little dip that we had in beginning of March 7th. So we're seeing a lot of up and down action, up and down, up and down. The market can't really make up its mind, and typically that's known as consolidation, right? And typically, I don't like to run options during a consolidation period because you're not confident in which direction the market is heading. With that being said, I'll go over my thoughts on these options. We're going to go over, because typically I go over like 2 or 3 options and tell you like these are the ones that I'm personally doing. But in this video, we're going to be doing it a little bit different. I'm going to be going over 5 or maybe even 6 different stocks and option ideas just so we can kind of get thinking. And I'm going to go in detail like why I'm not pulling the trigger and what the stock needs to be doing for me to be pulling a trigger on the option. So you guys can make some notes and how the market treats us the rest of the week. We might have to pull an audible. So I'm going to give some different scenarios on these options and price targets where I'm looking for the stock to be at before I purchase the option. So if you guys like this format of option videos a little bit better, let me know. If you like the other one a little bit better, let me know. If you like both and you don't really care, leave a thumbs up on the video and comment below the option that you're thinking about taking out. Let's make this more of a community in the chat section. A lot of people ask me if I have a Discord. So let's make the comment section our Discord. Leave questions in there. I'll be answering them all night long. And feel free to chat with each other too and leave some stock ideas to get people thinking. It's all about critical thinking and getting people to think about things that they weren't. And then if you like their opinion, you can look into it, do your own research. And if you find that you like it a little bit more after you do more research, then you can think about taking the position. But enough talk, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first one we're going to be talking about is ticker symbol ZM, and it's Zoom. We all know them. And right here, you'll actually see they're right at a support. About 120, 115 would be better for Zoom to get to if you're going to be taking out this option. Remember, they're still down 16%, and from their all-time high, they're down a significant amount. And if you guys don't want to take out options, this is a good video just to watch, to take out shares too, because even if you swing trade any of these ones, I think you'll see some great results even from the swing trade. So what we'll do is press trade option, and we'll go out to like April 9th. As you can see, these ones are pretty expensive, $1,500. So then we'll click a little bit earlier, April 1st. And these shares are up significantly already. So what we would want, we would pull up April 9th and we would be looking at the 337.5 or the 340 call, right? But what we would want these ones to fall about 100%. So that means if you can get the $340 call for like $750 or $800, then I definitely think it's worth it at that point. And don't count that out. It's not like it's impossible for that to happen. It definitely can happen. So be on your toes, be on your feet. Even if they go down to $900, that's probably still a good price point because all they need to go down to is the old support of like 315, which is definitely realistic. Now we're going to kind of rapid fire through these because I got some other ones on the list I want to talk about. Okay, so the next stock we have to talk about here is Walmart. And again, this one's even good to buy because even if you want to just swing trade, because look what happens. Every time they go down a little bit, what happens? They go back up. Every time they hit a little dip, they go back up. And what do they hit since their all-time high? A little bit of a dip. Now, this is not an extreme growth. You know, they were only at 150 at an all-time high, and they're at 133. So the stock doesn't move as much as some of the other ones, which implies that it's going to be one of the safer ones on this list. So if you want one of the safer options, and that's kind of like a oxymoron, a safe option, because any option at all is going to be risky. You know, you're leveraging your money like 100 times. So it's automatically going to be more risky than trading the stock by a long shot. But obviously you get more reward. That's why people like it. But this is going to be a safer option that's on the list. So you pull up April 1st. We'll actually pull up April 9th on this one. And we'll probably even look a little bit further out. Now, what we'll see is the 134. We can actually scroll up a little bit on this one. We would want to do something like the 136 option for $130. So it's super affordable, guys. But with Walmart, we're going to want to do at least like a little bit further out, maybe like a month out. So we would want to be looking at this 136 one for $212. Now, I personally think that this is one of the better options on the list, and I'm probably going to be taking it out myself. I actually like this one a little bit better, the 137 call for April 23rd on Walmart. It's only $153, so it's not super expensive. It's only up 22% in the day, and we only need a 3%, 3.4% gain by April 23rd to hit our goal. And if we do even better than that and get a 5% gain, then we exceed our goals and we get paid out even more. Now, if you want to get a little bit more of a cheaper option, remember it's a little bit riskier the cheaper you go, but this is a safer option overall, so that this is one of the better bets on the list in my opinion. So to help you guys out, I'll actually give my personal opinion on these options. I'll actually start giving them a letter grade, so it kind of helps you out a little bit more. So this Walmart option, these ones that we went over, so I'll give a B plus to the Walmart options, and the Zoom option will get a C. So remember, a 141 call, $70 for the expiration date of April 23rd. Or I'm going to be looking at, which one was it? The 137 call for $153. Next up on the list, we also have a safer option. And how you can kind of tell is it doesn't really move that much. So I actually see it in the last year. If you go to actually, what would be the easiest, if you go to the 52-week high and 52-week low, you'll see it doesn't move much, only 48 to 61, where that's some of the smallest movements you'll see in the whole stock market. Most are very, very diverse 52-week low and 52-week high. So with that being said, on how we find if it's a risky one or not, by the volatility, to sum it up, what we're going to be looking at here is the best place to get in Verizon is obviously going to be at the support. Say 55.6 between 54 is going to be the safest place to get into Verizon, but I think it also has potential at the current price it's at. Now, if we pull up an option on Verizon, we're going to start with April 30th and maybe even go a little bit longer term. So if you are looking for maybe a little bit longer term option, this one might be the one for you because we have June 18th pulled up. Now, what we see is the 57.5. It's only $135, and we only need a 3% gain by June 18th to see some beautiful gains, which is definitely realistic. It's pretty easy for that stock to hit that price point. If you need a cheaper one, you can click on the $60 call, and that's only $58, and it's still a great goal. You only need 6.4%. And if we look at how much percent to an all-time high is about 8%. Yeah, so if Verizon goes back to about $61, that'll be about an 8% gain. Now, there's some other ones. If you want like an even longer term option, you can click September 17th, and it's not that expensive. It's only $195, but I would probably opt in for the June 18th option personally and be looking at the 57.5 or the $60 call are both pretty good in my opinion, and I'll give this one, Verizon, the $60 call and 57.5, I'll give that one a B. So we'll give them a B for June 18th. And this one's going to be, remember, if you want a longer term option, this is going to be the one for you. Okay, so next one we have pulled up is HIMS, and this is going to be a riskier one on the list, but it could also have great gains. Again, if you scroll down to the 52-week low, it's $9.25. So that's the gap, the price range that we can see it going to. So this one can go down to $9. So remember, there's always risk involved with options. No one knows everything. But what you'll see is there's very hard supports is why it's on the list. It is right at the support 13.2, 12.97, 13.1. It hits this support 3 times, I think 4 times over here. And this will be the 5th time it hits the support. So I think once we see a little bit of positive confirmation, this can be a good one. This is going to be a shorter term option. We're going to click May 21st. All right, so what we'll see here is the $15 call. It's $130, but what we'll need is 24%. So it's going to have to hit $16.30 for you to make some money, so make some good money, and it's going to have to be on track to hit that. Remember, it doesn't have to hit that. It can go up $1 in the next day, and you can make a lot of money. So as long as it's on track to hit that 16.3. And remember, with time decay, so if you do a shorter one, if it goes up quick, you just want to sell it if you're doing a short option, your expiration date's quick. You want to get in and out of it as quick as possible because it'll start decaying the gains you have closer to the expiration date. So that's why it's always good to do a little bit further of one out if you plan on holding it for longer. If you want to just get in and out of an option and you want to sell as soon as you get gains, then a shorter term option is going to be better for you. Now, May 21st is great time length. It gives us, what is that, about 2 months? Yeah, about 2 months. And I like this one, honestly, better. It's $222, so it's a little bit more. And remember, it's a little bit risky. And a good rule of thumb, a good lesson for you guys, if you want to write this down or walk away with it, typically when I do options, I like to set a stop loss on these riskier ones that we were talking about of about 50%, right? Because after you lose 50%, it gets very difficult to make your money back. You know, once you start losing 60%, 70%, 80%, you need like a 200, 300, 400% gain just to break even and get your money back. So I usually take losses at about 50%. Overall, I'll give this one a C minus just because of the risk factor that is involved. The break-even price has to go up 12% to 24%, and you still have to pay $222 for this option, right? I think for $222, you can get some better options on the list, and we even went over an option where you can pay like $50 or $60. So if you're looking at cheap options, this one's probably not for you, and it has a lot more risk. I think it's just setting up a great pattern at the support right now. Also, if you want to just buy this stock, like I was saying earlier in the video, and swing trade it, this has a 40 to 60% gain on potential, even just buying at $13 a share and trading it up to like $20 a share. That's going to be about a 60% gain if it gets back to $20 a share, which I think it can in the next 3 months. 3 months in that time frame, maybe a little bit longer. So it's a lot safer also to swing trade instead of option trading. Remember, is the riskiest way to be trading is options. Okay, so next up we have another risky one, and it's SNDL. Whenever it gets to that a $1.20 range or even $1.15 range, it's going to be a little bit better. I like SNDL. It starts getting attractive to me and gets my attention at about $1 a share. So it can go a little bit lower. I'm going to be waiting for this one to see if it can go to $1.15 or even $1 a share. See if it bounces off that support of $1.14 or if it breaks it and goes even a little bit lower. So that'll be an interesting thing to be following along with. You'll actually see their bottom support in recent times is $1.04. So it possibly can get that low. Keep that in mind. That's one thing I'm going to be looking for before I trade the stock. This is going to be a super short-term stock, and there's not much volume on these ones, so you have to be careful when you're looking at these like penny ones because like nobody's trading them, so you can't buy them quick, and what's scary is you can't sell them quick. You have to be on it. You have to like cancel the order, reorder, cancel the order, reorder if it doesn't fill within the first 3 minutes and sell right away. So you have to be on top of it. But I would be looking at this dollar call. It's only $30 and it only needs 6% to break even by April 1st, which gives us about 2 weeks, about a week and a half, right? So with that being said, 6% gain on SNDL is very easy. This is a very volatile stock. So if it goes up 60% instead of 6%, we'll be making a lot of money. And it's only $30, $25. So it's not like you're risking a lot of money either. If you have a smaller budget, this one might be the one for you because it's only $25. But keep in mind, I will probably give this one about a D plus because it's so risky and it's hard to get in and out of these option contracts because the volume is so low. But I know you guys love those YOLO options that you can make a lot of money on. And this is definitely one of those ones that you can make like 600%, 300%, 200% on and only put in $30 of your own money. And if you make 600%, that $30 turns to, $200 or something along the lines of that. So guys, that is the video. We talked about 5 options. If you want me to talk about more, I actually had 3 more options on this list that I was going to be putting on, but I'm saving it for my close friends list. So on Friday, we took out the Apple one, which I made about 50% personally, but some other people made a lot more money on my close friends list. I posted on my story, so you guys probably already saw it. But if you didn't, here's some of the highlights. And then Monday morning, we also took out another option in the close friends list. So if you want more option recommendations and more real-time updates, as soon as I buy these options, you get the notifications from my close friends story. DM me on Instagram, and we are filling up super quick, especially with the stimulus. A lot of people got their $1,400 and wanted to sign up for the course. So we're probably going to be filling up by the end of next week. So if you do want to get on the door and it's something you wanted to take care of, now is definitely time to be investing in the stock market. We still have a mini dip going on, as you guys can see from this video. A lot of these stocks we went over are still going through a mini dip, and there's still a lot of buying potential. So never have the mindset of the grass is greener on the other side, it's too late, because it'll never be the perfect time to start something. But as long as you get the wheels turning and the motion going, you'll look back in a year from now or 2 years from now or even 5 years from now and be like, hey, I'm so happy that I started last year instead of waiting till this year to start. So start now. The stock market is the #1 way to invest in the entire world. It's the stock market and real estate. But the good thing about the stock market is it's so accessible. So if you only have $500, $1,000, $5,000, you can start investing in the stock market, where real estate, some houses are like $100,000, $200,000. You have to have a lot more capital. And most millionaires in the stock market say they've been in for at least 5 to 10 years or more. So you definitely want to start as soon as possible. All right, guys, make sure you like this video, share it with a friend if you found value, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.